I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr.B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics, University, Bengaluru, Dr. N.R. Bhanumurthy, to initiate the proceedings of the program, welcome and introduce the dignitaries and present a brief report on the achievements of the university.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to request you, sir, to declare the convocation open.
This convocation of Dr.B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics has been called to confer degrees of candidates who, in the examination held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. The convocation open.
Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, respected Chief Guest, Academic Council members, Registrar, Controller of Examinations, Finance Officer, my dear graduating students and their proud parents, faculty and staff of this university, other invited dignitaries and my media friends. It is indeed an honor and privilege to welcome you all to this very first convocation of our university. First and foremost, we welcome Honorable Chancellor and Governor of Karnataka, Shri Thawarchand Gehlaut, to this convocation. We warmly welcome Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Honorable Minister for Higher Education, Government of Karnataka, Dr. M.C. Sudhakar sir, to this convocation. We are honored to welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. C. Rangarajan, a very distinguished economist, former governor of Reserve Bank of India, former governor of the undivided state of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Tamil Nadu, 12th Finance Commission, and also former chairman of Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council to this convocation. We welcome the members of the Academic Council, Dr. Gaurisha and Dr. M. Devraj to this convocation. I cordially welcome all other dignitaries, students and proud parents and the media friends to this convocation. I will take few minutes to present before you the progress and the achievements that this university has made since its inception on 14th April 2017 on the occasion of 125th birth anniversary of a legendary Indian, architect of Indian Constitution, champion of the social justice, Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb, Dr. B.R.Ambedkar. As many of you know, Dr. Ambedkar was first an economist, getting doctoral degrees in economics from London School of Economics and Columbia University. It is only befitting that this university is named after Baba Saheb. We would like to thank the vision of the government of Karnataka for instituting this university and nurturing since its inception. Initially, it has started as an affiliating institute, and in October 2019, it has become a full-fledged unitary university. We are very glad to mention that with the taking over of this brand new auditorium and the guest house this month, we have completed the first phase of construction of the campus. In fact, this is the first function we are organizing in this new auditorium. We thank the government of Karnataka for their generous support. Since this is a residential university, as part of the second phase, we have requested the government to sanction 2 more hostels. In this short span of time, this university had many dignitaries and had very memorable events. Honorable President Shri Pranab Mukherjee inaugurated this university. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh inaugurated the academic sessions for our first batch of students. And in 2022, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi inaugurated the campus and also unveiled the statue of Dr. B.R.Ambedkar on the campus. These 3 events will remain as historical events of this university. In terms of academic progress, currently we are having 3 programs for which we admit students. 5-year integrated program on MSc in Economics, Economics and 2-year MSc in Financial Economics. Further, we provide 20% and 10% seats to students from SC and ST category students respectively. We have one of the best curriculum in the country, and I take this opportunity to thank the Curriculum Advisory Committee and the Academic Council for their support. For the past 4 years, about 180 students have graduated from this university and for whom we will be presenting the degrees today. At the moment, we have 307 students on the rolls and we admit students through CUET, All India Entrance conducted by NTA. Our university is the first public university in the country to complete first 3 years of National Education Policy, and we will be implementing the recommendations of the State Education Policy Commission from the current academic year. We are also very proud that after the completion of degrees, our students are excelling very well in their careers. We have a student-run placement cell, and we are extremely proud to mention, despite being a new university, we could achieve 95% and 93% placements in the first 2 years of our university. In the current year, despite being a tough year, all of you know about it, I'm told we'll be achieving over 70% placements by the end of June. Some of our students are admitted for further studies in leading universities in United States, United Kingdom, France, Australia, the Netherlands, and many other countries. In terms of research, our faculty could undertake 9 sponsored research projects, totaling about 1.5 crore. Our faculty and students have published about 37 research articles in leading journals and over 90 articles in popular media, out of which we are extremely proud to mention about 20 articles are written by our own students. We also initiated Base University Working Paper Series, and till now we have published about 17 articles, and most of them are later published in leading journals. Our university research also provided inputs to various public policy initiatives. To name a few, union budgets, Finance Commission, both Union and the State Finance Commission, Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, Rural Development and Panchayat Raj, Tribal Development, Coffee Board, Government of Uzbekistan, National Income Accounting Estimates, Exim Bank of India, G20 deliberations, among many other areas. We are glad to mention, during the India's G20 presidency, our university has been recognized as a secretariat for one of the themes of G20 T20 Task Force on Macroeconomics, Trade and Livelihoods. We initiated distinguished lecture series where some of the leading scholars have made their presentations. We also initiated research seminar series as well as faculty seminar series. In the process of spreading our presence as well as internationalization, our university has signed over 12 institutions, both within and abroad. We plan to undertake students exchange, faculty exchange, joint projects, joint conferences, as well as short certificate courses with our knowledge partners in due course of time. On the campus, we are proud to mention that our students undertake various curricular and co-curricular activities that helps their holistic development. We have over 12 clubs under which our students are encouraged to undertake these activities. All these activities are posted on our website as well as on our social media. Our students also initiated a students magazine which covers write-ups on various contemporary themes. With the help of Exim Bank of India, we have instituted a meritorious scholarship to our students. Above all, we are extremely proud that our students actively participate in various competitions outside the campus and won many laurels to our university. I take this opportunity to congratulate all our students, especially the graduating students, in many ways have helped in the growth of this university despite various limitations that we all faced. Finally, I take this opportunity to thank Government of Karnataka, especially Department of Higher Education and Department of Social Welfare members of the past Governing Council, project implementing agencies, Karnataka Housing Board, BG Shirke Constructions, Ernst & Young, Shrije Builders, KRIDL, EDA Consultants, Software Support Team for helping us in getting this beautiful campus. I am sure this first convocation will be memorable and remembered for a long time, and I once again welcome you all to this event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request the Vice Chancellor Ambedkar School of Economics, University, Bengaluru, to felicitate Honorable Governor of Karnataka and Chancellor of Dr.B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics, University, Bengaluru, Shri Tawar Chand Gehlot ji.
Let the candidates for various degrees be presented.
All the candidates admitted to various degrees may kindly stand up.
By virtue of authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the various degrees awarded by Dr. B.R.Ambedkar University. I also admit the rest of the candidates whose names are set out in the list to the respective degrees in absentia. I suggest you that ever in your life and conversation you show yourself worthy of the same.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I request you to kindly award the degrees to the candidates.
I am reading the list of gold medalists and rank holders. First, BSc Honours in Economics, 2017-18 batch. Second rank, BSc Honours in Economics, 2017-18 batch. BSc Honours in Economics, 2017-18 batch. Dhanusha Prabhu, first rank gold medalist. Sharma, 2 years MSc in Economics, 2021 batch. 2 years MSc in Economics, 2021-22. Neha Ghoshal, second rank, 2 years MSc in Economics, 21-22 batch. Arati Bansal, third rank, 2 years. First rank, gold medalist. Namita V, second rank, 5-year integrated MSc in Economics, 18-23 batch. Akshita Thank you all dignitaries for presenting the gold medalist and rank holders.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request the Chief Guest, Dr. Rangarajan, to deliver the convocation, please.
The Honorable Chancellor of the University, the Pro-Chancellor of the University, the Vice-Chancellor of the University, distinguished invitees, and graduating students. I am deeply honored to deliver the first convocation address for the B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics, University. Set up in 2017, this university has already shown great promise and is attracting students from all over India. And it is aptly named after the multifaceted genius, Dr.B.R.Ambedkar, who was not only a great social activist and reformer, but also a scholar in various disciplines such as economics, law, and so on. I congratulate the Vice and all those associated with this university on the excellent progress that the university has made in such a short span of time. Let me congratulate all of you who are graduating today. Let me add a word of special appreciation to those who are receiving medals and certificates. This is an occasion of celebration for all of you, as your academic efforts have come to a successful fruition. As you enter a new stage in your life, your future is intertwined with the future of this country. At the same time, you have the opportunity to shape the future of the country. The country welcomes all of you as the future leaders of economic and social change in the country. Youth is full of idealism and ambition. Idealism without ambition may not achieve much. On the other hand, ambition without idealism is dangerous. May you combine the two in the right proportion. The importance of higher education in building up the nation is well understood. The agricultural, industrial, scientific development of this depends upon creating a core of professional people, and this can come only as a result of high quality higher education. We need not belittle what we have achieved. However, there is an inescapable need to strengthen higher education in terms of quality and effectiveness. I may utilize this opportunity that has been given to me this morning to say a few words about the economic development that we have seen in this country and what we need to do as we look at the future. India's economic journey really started with independence. Many people do not realize the first 5 decades of the 20th century, which was under the British rule, was hardly anything to write home about. The average annual growth rate of India during the 5 decades was something like 0.89%. During that particular period, the population grew by 0.83%. That is, virtually the per capita income of the country did not increase. And therefore, it is not surprising that at the dawn of Indian independence, growth became the major concern. In the early period, India's strategy of development comprised of 4 elements. 1, raising the investment and savings rate of the economy. Second, the dominance of state intervention. Third, import substitution. And fourth, the manufacture of capital goods at home. To some extent, in India in 1950s and 60s were handicapped. At that time, there was no clear model available for accelerating growth. in developing countries. State intervention on an extensive scale seemed to be appropriate, even though there were some critics even at that time. However, by the end of 1970s, it was becoming clear that the model we had chosen was not delivering and that it needed modification. By that time, there were many more critics, but our policy makers refused to recognize this. It was around this time that China made a big change. It was the crisis of 1991 that compelled the policy makers to turn to an idea, to quote, whose time had come. The break with the past came in three important ways. First was in dismantling the complex system of licenses and controls that prevailed in the country. The second was to take a relook at the role of the state in economic management. And the third was to give up the idea of import substitution at all costs and move on to a policy in which India embraced world trade. The reform agenda has been pursued by various governments that have been here since independence, and there is a general acceptance of the broad contours of the reform agenda. In the light of the recent developments at home and abroad, more particularly after the COVID-19 pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine war, and the more recent Israel-Gaza episodes, we need to have a clear idea of and a clear roadmap to handle, to know what the strategy should be adopted for promoting India's growth. The international scene has changed, and we really need to see in the context of the international scene, what do we need to do? The aspiration of the people in the country is very clear. People want to become a developed country. India wants to be a developed country. What is it that it means in order to say to be a developed country? It really means that the international financial organizations classify countries above a per capita income of $13,000 as a developed country. It is this that we really want to achieve. And our present per capita income is somewhere around $2,300, and that tells us the measure of the distance that we have to travel. Based on some assumptions regarding the future exchange rate of the also of inflation, it has been calculated that we need to grow somewhere between 6 and 7% in order to achieve that goal of a developed country. Is it possible? Before going into some issues on strategy of development, the first question to ask is, what is the rate of investment that you must have in order to achieve that? Assuming an incremental capital output ratio of 5:1, if we have to achieve a rate of growth of 7% in the economy, we need a gross fixed capital formation rate of 35%. We are close to it, but I only want to say that the recent rise in the gross fixed capital formation rate has been because of the increase in the capital expenditures of the central government. And therefore, what we really need to do is to ensure that the private investment, both corporate and non-corporate, also increase so that we can get to the 35% very easily. Because the high capital expenditures that the government have been able to incur in the recent period is also because of the high fiscal deficit that has accompanied. If you have to cut the fiscal deficit and at the same time increase the capital expenditures, then it becomes more difficult. And that is one of the reasons why we must ensure that the private investment begins to grow. For this, what we need to do is to create an atmosphere or environment of which promotes the corporate investment in the corporate and non-corporate investment in the country. But that this attitude towards increasing the rate of growth and the rate of investment domestically should not create a situation in which we move towards an idea of import substitution at any cost. As I mentioned earlier, what is really required is efficient import substitution and not simply the talk of import substitution. The importance of price stability in this context also cannot be ignored. We also need a stable financial and fiscal system to accompany. What of development that we may adopt to achieve goal of development country in the next 2 decades. Analysts are considering redesigning industrial policy in the light of ongoing global developments. In the post-World War II situation, there are many countries which adopted an export-led growth strategy in many of the East Asian countries. South Korea is an example, Taiwan is an example, and Malaysia, Thailand, and so on. It was possible at that time to do this, the East Asian model. Later on, China came, and China, in spite of being a large country, did adopt this export-led strategy and really achieved great gains. Let me quote one number. China's share in world exports was 0.6%, that is less than 1% in 1970. By 2022, it went up to 11.9% of the global trade. Contrast, India. India's share in world exports was also 0.6% in 1970, and it increased only to 2.5% by 2022. And what I'm trying to say is that the export-led strategy development is neither possible now or not totally the most appropriate thing for a country like India. But at the same time, let me emphasize, we should not ignore exports. Exports demand is an important driver of economic growth, and we need to take that into account. And therefore, the exports as a necessity is important to note. But at the same time, we cannot follow today, the East Asian example. And that is also because of certain other factors to which I will come shortly. We need to prove in terms of merchandise trade also the efficiency that we have shown in services. We cannot ignore external demand as one of the drivers of growth. Job creation. Another critical issue we need to address is creation of adequate jobs. Technological changes are having an impact on that reduces the absorption of labor per unit of capital output. The elasticity of employment with respect to output is coming down. The nature of technology is such that for 1 unit of output now, you require less labor than before. We talk about job creation and the unemployment and so on. We need to understand also the changes in technology that is happening. It is true, the question of employment and the absorption of labor has been an important question since the Industrial Revolution. But what happened in the period since the middle of 18th century to almost the end of the 20th century was that even though the employment elasticity was coming down, the output increase was such that it was able to make up for the loss in the elasticity or the reduction in the elasticity. But the nature of the technological change that we are now witnessing is somewhat different. People are really asking about the earlier technologies were substitutes for muscle. They are called muscle machines. Now we are entering into a stage where we are almost having they are becoming machines. Therefore, the substitution is not for the muscle, but the substitution is even for the mind. Therefore, we really need to be very clear that the emergence of new technologies, such as artificial intelligence, general AI, and machine learning, is causing both alarm and excitement. It will increase the labor and the employment of highly qualified service people. It may have an adverse impact on the others. This does raise an important question. How does we manage this situation? We talk of population dividend. It has to be employed. Therefore, we really need to identify sectors of the economy which require high quality labor, sectors of the economy which do not require that quality of labor, and have a mix of sectors in the economy which are combining high quality labor absorbing sectors along with the sectors of the economy like which absorb other types of labor. So we need to develop the hospitality industry, and at the same time we need to develop the ability to produce the new high technology products. Otherwise, if we do not specialize in the field of high technology quality products, we will be entering into a problem area because we will not be able to compete with the rest of the world. Considerations relating to equity have assumed importance. There is no doubt that the benefits of growth requires to be distributed equitably. There is evidence that the poverty ratio has been coming down. According to the World Poverty Clock, extreme poverty in India, measured by a poverty line of $2.15, has fallen below the threshold level of 3%. I think the recent consumption expenditure survey also confirms this. Therefore, there is evidence to show that the inequality, as shown by the consumption expenditure survey, is coming down slightly. I mean, it is not too deep a cut, but certainly it is not increasing, and it is. Therefore, one main objective of the strategy of development must be to reduce the poverty ratio. And the supply of subsidized grains are critically important. We cannot sequence growth and equality by saying equity, by saying growth first and equity later. This is what all the developed countries do. They never talked about equity. They talked always about growth, increasing the output. And then the trade unions came up, and minimum wages and various other kinds of things. But we are now living in an age that is not possible. You cannot sequence it. Your growth and equity will have to be going together. In fact, I used to say that any country, and particularly India, should walk on two legs. One is growth, and the other is equity. And if we ignore any other legs, we can only limp along. Therefore, growth and equity are two essential elements of the strategy of development.
First annual convocation of Dr.B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics, University. I would like to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Karnataka, and the Chancellor of B.R. Ambedkar School of Economics, University, Shri Tawarchand Galurji. It's my proud privilege to be part of this momentous occasion, share the dais with Dr. C. Rangarajan, former Governor of Reserve Bank of India, former Governor of Undivided Andhra Pradesh, Orissa and Tamil Nadu, former Chairman, Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council. And also we have our beloved Vice Chancellor who has done a great job, Dr. N.R. Bhanumurthy, Registrar Srimati Vidyashri, Controller of Examinations Dr. Nageshwar Bansode, Finance Officer Shri Prashant Kumar. I would like to also acknowledge the presence of Dr. Gaurish and Mr. Devraj, Academic Council members. Also amongst the invitees, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Shri T.B. Jayachandra, former Minister, presently representing Karnataka State in New Delhi, was also instrumental and probably the brainchild behind this School of Economics, Baba Saheb Ambedkar School of Economics. And also we have with us the Vice Chancellor of Tumkur University, Sri Venkateshwarlu. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the officers, Chief Engineer from Karnataka Housing Board, and the person who designed this contemporary institution, which is on par with any international school, that is Natesh and his team. Natesh is here. And all the invitees, and more importantly, the graduating students, the parents, and all the dignitaries, special invitees, and the friends from the media. Very aptly, this institution has been named after B.R. Ambedkar. It is on the lines of the London School of Economics, and the person who was known for his commitment towards the society, who has himself acquired so many degrees internationally, and his contribution towards the Constitution of India, which we are all respecting with utmost gratitude. So I'd like to congratulate our Honorable CM, Chief Minister of Karnataka, who was gracious and who had the commitment to give permission to start this institution in his first tenure as the Chief Minister. And this is a great contribution to the society by large, and even the Social Welfare Department for coming forward to fund this great institution. So with these appreciative words, I'd like to come back to the actual program. It's a great honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate the first annual convocation of this esteemed institution. The field of economics holds a unique and vital place in our society, and it is a privilege to be part of this community dedicated to understand and improve the economic fabric of our world. Economics plays a significant role in our day-to-day lives, influencing how we make decisions and interact with the world around us. Here are some ways in which economics is important in our daily lives. Consumption, production, distribution, exchange, price, saving, investment, employment, markets, trade, exports, imports, taxes, banking, etc. Economics at its core is about more than just numbers and graphs. It is about people, choices, and the impact of those choices on communities and nations. Your pursuit of economic knowledge is not just an academic endeavor, but a commitment to making a difference in the world. Even though Adam Smith is called the father of economics, the very first Indian economist identified as Kautilya or Chanakya, who authored the ancient Indian political treatise, the Arthashastra, in 371 BC. His book, besides being an economic doctrine, also serves as a political guide. An Indian economist, J.C. Kumarappa, was closely associated with Mahatma Gandhi, developed economic theories tributary to Gandhian economics. Kumarappa pioneered rural economic development theories and is credited for his work in this field. Amartya Sen is a world-renowned economist, philosopher. He is the best known for his welfare economics work and capability approach for his contribution towards economic sciences. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in the year 1998 and the Bharat Ratna in 1999. Dr. Manmohan Singh, the former Prime Minister of India, with his exemplary economic skills and expertise, he established a concrete base for the country in the field of economics. It is due to his efforts and expert guidance, Dr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, the then Prime Minister of India, was able to overcome the economic crisis in the year 1991. In fact, the economic reforms of 1991 were the brainchild of Dr. Singh that helped the country to combat great financial trouble. Our state has seen a number of economists who have contributed at various capacities for the development at national and state level. Few to remember are Professor P.R.Brahmananda, Professor K. Venkatagiri Gowda, Professor D.M. Nanjundappa, Dr. G. Timaya, Professor Nadkarni, Dr. M. Govindarao and others. BASE, Dr. B.R.Ambedkar School of Economics, is a pioneering institution established to produce genius economists, policy makers, profound teachers for our state and country at large. We can facilitate and nurture the economy in near future. As Pro-Chancellor, I am continually inspired by the innovative research, thoughtful debate, and passionate learning that characterize this university. Our faculty members are not only educators but also the pioneers in their fields, pushing the boundaries of what we know and how we think about economic issues. To our faculty, I extend my deepest gratitude for your dedication and your relentless pursuit of excellence. I heartily congratulate the students who are getting their degrees today. You all are fortunate to enter the professional world in these times when the question on your mind perhaps in which job I should take. As opposed to say decades ago when the question in minds of most graduating students was, will I get a job? The connection between mathematics, statistics, probability, theory on one hand and economics and finance on the other hand has been well understood, at least for the last 50 years. These connections play an important role on the impact of ideas of economics on the society. Indeed, it has had a role in moving the focus in economics from ideologies to outcomes as evident via data. During the last decade, data science, big data, analytics have become buzzwords, and increasingly there have been questions if in this new world, does statistics have any role? The perception is that once a large chunk of data is available, who needs statistical models and all that? Just pushing the data to a data science engine will tell us everything. This has reached a crescendo in this year with ChatGPT entering the fray. This perception will also move to the economics and finance world if it has not reached there yet. I would like to stress to the students who are entering the brave new world. For many of you, this day will be an extremely happy one. You are graduating from one of the finest and the best institution with a splendid future in front of you. When you reach my age, India, if all goes well, would have eliminated poverty and be nudging into the ranks of middle income countries. Some of you will have climbed your way into various heights, your lives to helping others through social work or by bringing up a family. The one certainty is that you will all face challenges. After all, that is what makes life exciting. But you will also have a training to overcome them. If you survived as a good human being, you can also survive almost anything. To our students, you are the future leaders, policy makers and thinkers who will shape the economic landscapes of tomorrow. Your curiosity, hard work, determination are the driving forces that will propel us forward. Embrace the challenges, engage with complexities, and never underestimate the power of your contributions. In today's interconnected world, the role of an economist is more crucial than ever. Global challenges such as climate change, economic inequality, and technological disruption require innovative solutions and informed decision making. You have the opportunity and the responsibility to use your knowledge to address these pressing issues. As you continue your journey, I encourage you to stay curious and open-minded. Collaborations across disciplines seek out diverse perspectives that always strive for a deeper understanding. Remember that the true measure of your success lies not just in personal achievement, but in the positive impact you have on others, on society as a whole. In closing, I would like to reaffirm our commitment to fostering an environment where intellectual rigor, creativity and social responsibility thrive. Let us continue to support one another, to challenge one another, and to inspire one another as we work towards a more equitable and prosperous world. First and foremost, always uphold integrity and ethics in all your endeavor. Congratulations to all the graduates once again. In conclusion, you are embarking on a most exciting journey. The world out there is fiercely competitive, but you should have no fear. You have been tempered by one of the most rigorous programs in the world and are now ready to show your mettle. Congratulations to all the graduating students. Good luck, and may you all fulfill your dreams. Thank you all for giving this opportunity.
Now I request Honorable Chancellor to address the gold medalists, rank holders and graduates.
Dr.B.R.Ambedkar स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स यूनिवर्सिटी के पहले वार्षिक दीक्षांत समारोह में उपस्थित कर्नाटक सरकार के उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री आदरणीय डॉक्टर MC सुधाकर जी, दीक्षांत समारोह के मुख्य अतिथि भारतीय रिजर्व बैंक के पूर्व गवर्नर एवं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री की आर्थिक सलाहकार परिषद के पूर्व चेयरमैन और भारत सरकार के गवर्नर रहे पूर्व गवर्नर आदरणीय डॉक्टर C. रंगराजन जी, विश्वविद्यालय के वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर भानुमूर्ति जी, रजिस्ट्रार श्रीमती विद्याश्री जी, अकादमिक परिषद के सम्मानित सदस्य डॉक्टर गौरी जी एवं श्री M. देवराज जी, विश्वविद्यालय के परिवार के समस्त सदस्यगण, उपाधि प्राप्त करने वाले विद्यार्थी और उनके परिजन एवं उपस्थित समस्त विद्यार्थीगण, सम्माननीय अतिथिगण एवं मीडिया के मित्रगण, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. प्रसन्नता का विषय है कि आज यह विश्वविद्यालय अपना पहला दीक्षांत समारोह मना रहा है. इस अवसर पर मैं आप सभी को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं. डॉक्टर B.R. अम्बेडकर स्कूल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ शोध और शिक्षा में उत्कृष्टता का एक उभरता हुआ संस्थान है, जिसका गठन अर्थशास्त्र के क्षेत्र में एक प्रतिष्ठित संस्थान की आवश्यकता को पूरा करने के लिए किया गया है, जो तेज गति से विकसित राष्ट्र की आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करने में अपनी अहम भूमिका निभा रहा है। इस विश्वविद्यालय के पहले दीक्षांत समारोह में उपाधि प्राप्त करने वाले सभी छात्र छात्राओं को मैं बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और आप सबके उज्जवल भविष्य की कामना करता हूं। मुझे विश्वास है कि आप इस विश्वविद्यालय से प्राप्त शिक्षा आपके भविष्य को सफल बनाने में सहायक सिद्ध होगी। मेरा मानना है कि एक सकल अर्थशास्त्री जटिल डेटा और सांख्यिकी का अध्ययन करता है और अपने निष्कर्षों का वित्तीय संस्थानों को सलाह प्रदान करने के लिए करता है। नीतियों और निवेशों के संभावित प्रभाव पर अर्थशास्त्रियों की सलाह महत्वपूर्ण होती है। मेरा विश्वास है कि आप एक अर्थशास्त्री के रूप में आर्थिक रुझानों एवं शोध और निगरानी करेंगे और भविष्य के विकास के लिए सांख्यिकी मॉडल बनाएंगे। डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जी के नाम से ये संस्थान है। हम सब जानते हैं कि डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर एक प्रसिद्ध और कुशल अर्थशास्त्री थे। आपने भारतीय मुद्रा की समस्या, महंगाई तथा विनिमय दर, भारत का राष्ट्रीय लाभांश, ब्रिटिश भारत में प्रांतीय वित्त का विकास, प्राचीन भारतीय वाणिज्य, भूमिहीन मजदूरों की समस्या तथा भारतीय कृषि की समस्या जैसे महत्वपूर्ण विषयों पर शोध करके इन मुद्दों से संबंधित समस्याओं के तार्किक एवं व्यावहारिक समाधान दिए हैं। बाबा साहब उच्च शिक्षा प्राप्त करने के बाद चाहते तो लंदन में, अमेरिका में या देश में ही उच्च पद पर सेवा करने का विकल्प चुन सकते थे, परंतु ऐसा न करके उन्होंने जनहित में और देश हित में काम करने का निर्णय लिया। अगर वो उच्च पद पर रहते तो स्वयं का भला सोचने के बजाय उन्होंने सामाजिक, आर्थिक, शैक्षणिक समस्याओं को दूर करने तथा समता और समृद्धता का वातावरण बनाने का संकल्प लेकर कार्य किया। बाबा साहब समाज हित का कार्य करते रहे और सर्वव्यापी, सर्वहितैषी एवं सर्वस्पर्शी हो गए। भारत में आर्थिक एवं वित्तीय मजबूती के लिए आपके कार्य अनुकरणीय है। डॉक्टर अंबेडकर जी की सोच एवं नीतियों पर विचार करके भारत सरकार ने अनेक निर्णय लिए, जिससे देश विकसित राष्ट्र बनने की दिशा में अग्रसर है और देश की अर्थव्यवस्था मजबूत हुई है। आज हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था विश्व की 5वीं सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था है। इसे और अधिक मजबूती प्रदान करने की आवश्यकता है। देशवासी अपेक्षा कर रहे हैं कि इसको विश्व के देशों की तुलना में तीसरे स्थान पर लाया जाए। इस दिशा में हमारा सक्रिय प्रयास होना चाहिए। आज हमारा देश विकसित राष्ट्र बनने की दिशा में तेज गति से अग्रसर है। आगामी वर्षों में देश को दुनिया के विकसित राष्ट्रों की अग्रिम पंक्ति में लाने के लिए हमें सक्रियता से प्रयास करने की आवश्यकता है। आपके और हमारे बीच में अभी विद्वान अर्थशास्त्री सी रंगराजन जी ने अपने विचार व्यक्त किए। उनका लंबा अनुभव है और उन्होंने इस देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को सुदृढ़ बनाए रखने के लिए रिजर्व बैंक के गवर्नर के रूप में अच्छी सेवाएं दी है। आपने जो भाषण दिया है, जो बातें हमको कही है, हम उन पर गौर करें और उनको अपनाने का प्रयास करें। प्रो चांसलर कर्नाटक सरकार के उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री जी ने भी अपने विचार व्यक्त करते हुए बहुत सारी बातें कही है और देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को जिन जिन लोगों ने सुधारने का प्रयास किया है उनका उल्लेख किया है। मेरा आपसे आग्रह है कि आप इस दिशा में सार्थक प्रयास करें ताकि देश की अर्थव्यवस्था भी सुदृढ़ हो और देश विकसित राष्ट्र भी बने। मेरा विश्वास है कि विश्वविद्यालय परिवार विश्वविद्यालय को अर्थशास्त्र और उसके संबंध विषयों में शिक्षण और अनुसंधान के लिए एक विकसित श्रेष्ठ संस्थान बनाने की दिशा में सक्रियता से प्रयास करेगा। इसके लिए मैं आप सभी को बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय कर्नाटक।
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request the Honorable Chancellor to dissolve the convocation.
I dissolve the convocation.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ವೊಕೇಶನ್ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದಂಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ. ಈಗ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. 2 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಯಿತು, BSc ಆಯಿತು, MSc ಆಯಿತು. ಇವತ್ತು ಕಾನ್ವೊಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
That after so long that we are getting our degrees, and we are very obliged for this movement and for all the hard work that all the students and the teachers and the faculty have done. It is a truly great university that we have today here, and we just looking forward for a better future. Thank you.
It's been a real privilege and honor to study in this world-class institute, and this has enabled me and molded me into getting a wonderful placement in CRISIL Limited. I work as an economic analyst in the Corporate Center for Economic Research.